Hey everyone, it's 101 Leafy back with another weekly Wibble Wobble stream. Today we're going to be exploring the conclusion of the Yo-donut Scramble Battle. It is the final cycle of the Yo-donut Scramble Battle, the last time that you'll be able to choose one of these three teams, but, you know, the Scramble Battles will be back next month with some other team choice. But since this is the last cycle in the Yo-donut Scramble, I figured, hey, why not show off the full opening cutscene and all that stuff. If you've played any of the other scrambles, this will look very familiar. They've just swapped out a couple of images, they've changed the name of the scramble battle up there. Nothing too exciting. We're going to be picking Palisol here, because I just love Palisol. He's awesome in Yokai Watch 2. He's just so goofy, he's a walking parasol, he's great. And everybody knows that he's great, because he's gotten first place every time, I think, except for last week, where he got second place. Never third place, as far as I know. So before we get started, we're going to organize our team here, so feel free to vote in the chat if you have any specific requests. This was the team that we used last time. We'll probably switch it up this time, though. Maybe go with some Shady Yokai? I don't know, whatever you guys want to use, I'm down for. I like Blandin, Blandin's nice. So, Blandin, and maybe, you know, I'd suggest using an Eerie Yokai, because we never use Eerie Yokai. But then it's like, oh yeah, there's a reason why we don't use Eerie Yokai, because they're all awful. Use some Slippery. Would work out. Venoct might be nice. We could use Venoct Awoken again. Shadow Venoct, and then you also get Unity with Slurpent. That's pretty nice. Might not be bad. Oh, Bonex actually says that Palisol lost twice in the scramble. My bad. Snartle? Okay. Tigray says yellow team, best team. What is yellow team? Is that Lady Longneck? Where's Snartle? Here. Brave. So, alright. This should be good for now. Thornyon says the Yo-donuts are so terrifying. Yeah, if you guys look at the side of the screen there, with the Yo-donut Scramble Battle banner, it's haunting. Just the big whisper face on the donuts. He's screaming in agony as you break open his box. Handle here, hopefully not going to give us too much trouble. The scramble battles aren't exactly known for their thrilling difficulty. I'm hoping they give us some sort of cool event in the future soon. That would be nice. Anniversary event? Final Fantasy? Come on, come on. Just gonna link up a few, Octosnake, and he's done. Oreo Creams, thank you for coming. He says, who's ready to watch? If you guys are ready to watch, you're ready to participate in the Yo-donut Scramble Battle, make sure to smash that like button. Just a little note here. I have been doing the weekly Wibble Wobble streams on Abdallah's channel for quite a few months now. Starting next week, they'll be moving over to my channel, youtube.com/101leafy. So if you enjoy these weekly Wibble Wobble streams, they won't be ending. They're not going to stop anytime soon. They'll be the exact same day, Monday, exact same time, 4 p.m. Central. They'll just be on a different YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy. There's a link in the description to that, so make sure to subscribe if you enjoy these Wibble Wobble streams. Becky Robinson asks, hey Leafy, will you do a live stream on Yokai Watch 2? Oh, I will absolutely do live streams on Yokai Watch 2. I will do all sorts of coverage, including live streams, ranked battles, playing with viewers, all sorts of strategies and stuff. Once Psychic Spectres comes out, I'm going to be pumping out a lot of videos on that. B-Gray says, I have no mouth yet I must scream, says the Yo-donut Whisper from 2017. I really like that short story. I don't know if you guys have ever actually read it. It's really good. Victor says, rest in peace, Pandal. They need to make a level 50 stage with Pandal in it. Wait, I think they actually have that in the Infinite Inferno, right? Pandal's probably in there somewhere. The whole Infinite Inferno thing is level 50 or expert level E-rank yokai. It's very jarring. You see so much Pandal in Yokai Watch 2 if you like making big souls, where you just, you go to the first floor of the Infinite Inferno, and you defeat the Pandal there, feed him, and then you go down the stairs and go back up and respawn the Pandal. Or maybe it's a Broken Umbrella, or maybe it's a Minimo, but it's one of those three. I've melted hundreds of Pandal in my many hours of Yokai Watch 2. Death Madness, good question. He asks, will you be going to E3 or the Summer Nintendo event in Chicago? It's gonna be at Navy Pier. My friend told me about that. I haven't decided if I'll be going or not yet, but it seems fun. It sounds interesting, so I might. I'll have to see what they're gonna bring to it. Jacob Spencer says, I found some yokai merch at the dollar store. Yeah, the dollar store has some good stock for yokai stuff lately. Definitely check it out if you're interested in the Metal Moments figures, the plushies, or I think some of them even have the Mood Reveal figures or any of the other vinyl figures, and some of the form-changing ones too. It's just great to go visit and see if they have any of the ones with the promo medals, the figures that have like the Butler Whisper and stuff. So definitely check out your dollar store if you're interested in that. Robert the Gamer says, I think it would be cool if there was an event map where there are 50 stages that last for 2 weeks, and it would be kind of like Terror Time, and the boss would be Unikirin. Do you think that's cool? That would be awesome, because Unikirin's been kind of inhibitively difficult to get for many players. Now, obviously, the Scramble morale has died down a bit lately. The Scramble high scores have certainly not been as high as they used to be. So if you're interested in getting Unikirin, I highly suggest either participating in this Scramble period or going for it next Scramble, because I think June's might be the final Scramble battle for a while, if I'm correct. So definitely either go for it this month or next month. You don't want to miss out on Unikirin. For those of you who forgot, Unikirin is the last legend seal that you need for Slurpent. Slurpent is the most powerful legend yokai in the game. We're currently using him right now. You use his ultimate move, and he enlarges 6 to 8 Wibwobs on the board to size 6 to 8. It's very messy. If you have a bad phone, like an old phone with a really weak processor, then maybe Slurpent isn't going to be as powerful as he should be. But if your phone can handle Slurpent's intense Wibwob enlarging, then you should be okay. You'll make a lot of money with him. And we'll demo him on this next stage here. We'll just clear it in 2 seconds with him. Oh, wow, Abdallah says the Navy Pier event is the same weekend as Anime Midwest. Oh, okay. Sounds like a party then. Might have to go to that. Charles Happy, thank you for coming. Says can't stay long because it's 10:10 where I am, but I'll stay for as long as I can. Thank you for coming. Always appreciate everyone that comes here. We'll get Slurpent, size 13. Slurpent, fortunately, doesn't have any sort of special soul meter. Even if they decided to add that to nerf him a bit, it wouldn't really make a difference, because you just charge him up some more and then use him. Even if his soul meter was like size 18, like Mighty Dog's is. So we use Lick 'em Good, Slurpent's very silly Sultimate name there. You just pop all these big Wibwobs and clear the stage in 2 seconds. Even later, when the big Wibwobs alone don't defeat the yokai, you charge all of your Sultimate moves up, and you use them one by one and just deal way too much damage. Naruto, great to see you. He asks, I got Unikirin and Puni today. Congratulations. Who's better, him or Komajiro S? It really depends on the situation that you're in. If we're talking about Puni, Komajiro S is better, because Komajiro S gets Tribe Unity with Saotome Ranma S, as well as Jiwanyan Liube S. Well, I guess there's not an S, but he is S rank. They're both very powerful, charming tribe, all-attacking yokai. If you want to use them on your team, and you should, because Saotome Ranma S is actually the most powerful all-attacker in the game, then definitely use Komajiro S on your team as well. Or, if you don't have him, then go for Pink Thunder. Pink Thunder is one Sultimate level higher than Komajiro S's attack up Sultimate, but the issue with that is that Pink Thunder is event only. He's, or sorry, not Pink Thunder, Pink Emperor. He's this special Buster's Moon Rabbit team boss, so he's only available in some event gachas, sometimes as a score attack big boss. It really depends. But Komajiro S, you can always get him in the Crank-a-kai as far as I know. There we go, we'll finish off this stage pretty fast. The early Scramble Battle stages aren't too difficult. It gets harder when you get to the capture stages, or not the capture stages, sorry, the invasion stages, where the enemy yokai bosses come into your stages, and they're like, stage 22, 23, 24, that's when it gets really difficult. Thank you to all the new subscribers. You're almost at 400,000. Wow, that is that's a lot of subscribers for sure. Tyler Gaming asks, "Hi Leafy, are you using a mouse?" Yes, I am. It's a fun way to play. It's not exactly optimal. I can't really do score attack with it, but I use it for streaming because that's the easiest way to stream for me. Jumbelina. She's a very, very rare appearance. She's as rare as Noko, and in fact takes his place. Anytime that Noko would normally appear, Jumbelina appears in his place instead. Haven't managed to recruit her yet because she has the same exact drop table as Noko. So when you defeat her, there's a very, very small chance of befriending her, despite her D rank status. Jacob Spencer asks, "Isn't there an alternate quest to get Smashable and Psychic Specters?" I honestly have no idea. I could look into that for you if you want. That sounds kind of interesting. If you know more about it, then please let us know in the chat. Let's see here. There we go. Venocta Woken. A lot of people saying hi. Hey everyone. Welcome to the stream. Yokai Lecter, Alicio Gomez. Great to see you guys. All familiar faces in the chat. Just a reminder, this is the last week that the streams will be on this channel, but they'll resume with the same time, same day. No real interruption there, just on a different channel, mine. 101 Leafy. There's a link to that in the description for everyone coming in a bit late. Cats Go asks, "How'd you join Abdallah Nation? Just subscribe. It's that easy. That way you're a part of the community here. Great to have you." So here you can see that the path branches off two ways here. Have stage 8, have stage 7, so this is going to lead to one of the bosses, either Boy Clops or Lady Longneck, and the other one will lead to the other. I can't remember which one leads to which, so it'll be a surprise. Sponsor Crimson, welcome! Says, "I can't play with my Switch while I do homework, but at least I can watch your superb stream. Thank you very much for coming to the stream, Crimson, and I know that your journey to get a Nintendo Switch and some other streaming technology has been a very long one, so congratulations to you on getting that. I know you wanted to get a microphone and a capture card, right? I know you got the Switch, I'm not sure about the other things, but congratulations nonetheless. I'm curious, what games did you get for Switch? You gotta get ARMS when it comes out, so we can play together. I am loving it. It's so good. Thanks. Robert says, "You know how this Scramble Battle Team Yokai are Palisaw, Boy Clops, and Lady Longneck. Well, I think it would be cool if the next Scramble Battle Yokai were Rubinyan for red, Sapinyan for blue, and Topinyan for yellow. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not exactly sure how fighting them as bosses would work, though I guess you can't really recruit the bosses, so it would work out. That would be really neat, since we've never actually seen them in any stages yet. That would definitely be a cool experience. Even Puni hasn't fought them in stages before. I'd like that, I'd like that. Personally, I'd like an Oni Scramble Battle, where we'd have Orgrilis, Gargaros, and Orkanos as the three different teams. Of course, it would be Orgrilis on blue, Gargaros on red, and then Orkanos on yellow, I guess. He does have those yellow highlights on his skin, so it works out. Zeta asks, "Can you get me a Switch as a late birthday present?" When does a late birthday present become an early birthday present? Halfway through the year? Either way, I'm not sure I can buy you a Switch right now, Zeta. Worth a shot, though. Always worth a shot. Worst thing I can do is say no. Moisture Gamer says, "We've gotten 103 likes, so no 101 likes for 101 Leafy today. We've gotten better than 101 likes. We've gotten 103. This crossing 101 is, it's perfection right there." Oh no! Victor says it's exam week for me. I know Crimson said that it's exam week for them as well. That is, that's stressful. But, you know what? I really appreciate all of you guys coming down to the stream on a Monday afternoon. That's pretty, it's pretty great there. I hope that having a nice break from studying here. Maybe don't break too long, though. Death Madness asks, "Leafy, how come Puni gets new maps more often than we do?" So the thing about the whole Wibwob getting events and maps thing is that Wibwob content needs to correlate with content that United States is getting in some capacity, whether that's the anime or the games or even the toys, I guess, if Hasbro really does sucker punch the anime here with the U2 or the U prototype. That's going to be insane. Either way, Wibwob does have to correlate with some sort of American release in the Yokai Watch franchise, so since Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble released before Yokai Watch 2 even did in America, but Wibwob released a few months after Busters 2, yeah, around 2, 3-ish, to be more exact, in Japan, they get a lot more room for content, because they launch it, and they immediately get, like, the Movie 2 event right off the bat, but we have to wait a year and a half to get the Movie 2 event for Wibwob. Hopefully that puts the event stuff more in perspective. If you want to know more about the events that Puni got and why we didn't get them, I did do a whole video overview of that on my channel, where I went over every event that Puni got in the first year and why we didn't get them, what they contained. We missed out on a ridiculous amount of yokai, over 100 if I remember correctly. Many of those were Sangokshi yokai too, with some of them being really powerful, like the aforementioned Jibanyan Liuve. I'm really bad at pronouncing that. I can do Japanese, but not Chinese, sorry. Lun says, "Yo Leafy, what's up?" Nothing much, nothing much. How about you? Just playing through this Yokai Scramble Battle here. Hopefully, they mix it up somehow in the next Scramble Battle. I know for this Scramble Battle, they put in Super Soul Secrets as contribution rewards. That's pretty big. But even then, it didn't really drive me to play. We need a new event that isn't the Scramble Battle. If you think about it, we haven't actually gotten any event that wasn't a Scramble Battle since December. Yeah, since December. We haven't gotten a single actual map event since December that wasn't a Scramble Battle. That is really, really crazy if you think about all of the content that Puni gets in 6 months. And we've just gotten the same exact Scramble Battle map with different yokai. Death Madness asks, "Leafy, did you hear about the Bride event in Fire Emblem Echoes?" I think you mean in Fire Emblem Heroes? Yes, I did. That is, that's some event right there. Lynn's great, but, I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about all the other choices they made. Mainly because none of the choices they made were Ana. We need, I don't know, Charlotte. Charlotte's kind of boring. I'm not a big fan of Charlotte. Oh no, Wibwob stopped. That's kind of Wibwob's motto there. Unfortunately, Wibwob has stopped. Charlotte may be powerful though, you never know. And then the other ones were, trying to remember, was Shida one of them? I think? And then, I can't remember actually. I watched it at like 2 in the morning, the trailer, and it was in Japanese, so I didn't understand anything except for the names. I know it was Lynn, Sita, if I remember correctly, and a lot of people said Lucina would be in it, but I don't remember seeing her. Zeta asks, "Is Wibble Wobble one of the top 3 app games you like/love to have?" Oh, absolutely. Wibblewob's definitely in my top 3, if not my number 1. If I have to choose 2 others, I would say... You know what? I'm gonna go against the flow here and say that I love Super Mario Run. I think that having a full-featured game for $10, no microtransactions or anything, is awesome. I love that. Thank you, Nintendo, for doing that. Fire Emblem Heroes is also definitely up there. Of course, it's a Nintendo app game. It's great. It's Fire Emblem on the go. More on the go than 3DS, in fact. I like it. It's decent enough. Other app games that I like, The World Ends With You. Not really an app game, but it's a port of a DS game for iOS and Android. You lose out on a lot of the very unique gameplay that it has on the DS, which is why it isn't in my top 3. But definitely check it out. They have Final Fantasy IV, which I love. That's really good. And I think it's not like the gross, painted over, you know what I mean, like the emulation filter sprites, like Square did for some of their mobile ports. The Final Fantasy IV one is actually the DS version, which I really liked. It has a lot of replayability where every time that you run through it, you can make your guys really different. And they have this crazy super boss on the moon. It's really weird. Cordelia, that's who else was in it. How could I forget? Moderator Christina loves Cordelia. How could I forget that Cordelia is in the Bride event for Heroes? Oh yes, Sponsor Crimson, again reminding me of Cordelia. Oh, you know what other app game is really good? Magikarp Jump. That's honestly pretty fun. Like, yeah, there's some microtransaction stuff in it, but the humor is just so great. It's really, really funny. Just right off the bat in your first battle, they're like, who's gonna win? Magikarp or Magikarp? You could tell they had a lot of fun with the writing. Or with the jump counter, and sometimes it'll be at 99,999. Or how my Magikarp got eaten by a Pidgeotto. That was ridiculous. Mr. Arceus asks, I can't really tell, he says, Leafy, how to get a lot of contribution? I'm not sure if you're informing us or asking me for strategies, but my strategy is just use the boosters and grind. There's not really any sort of strategy in getting better Yo-Cake boxes, like ones with larger values. The largest value you can get for a Yo-Cake box is 14 cakes, or rather contribution points, I guess. Or no, sorry, 14 cakes, which means 140 contribution points. It's a pretty arbitrary multiplier right there. You can get 5 boxes per stage, which means that if you're intensely lucky, you can get, sorry. I was kind of focusing on the chat and puzzling and calculating in my head all at the same time, but you can get 70 Yo-Cakes, or Yo-Donuts, or Yo-Foods every stage, if you're extremely lucky, which means 700 contribution. But that's not all, you can actually get 15 more automatic points if all 30 of your friends are playing on the same stage. It's just the number of friends that are playing on the same stage divided by 2 rounded up. So 1 friend or 2 friend is going to get you 1 bonus point, 3 friends or 4 friends will get you 2 bonus points, and so on. Pretty useful.
Outstanding!
Naruto says, may Pandal the Magikarp forever rest in peace. Yeah, we named our Magikarp Pandal, and he got eaten by Pidgeotto. Because I had never failed an event before, so I thought they were just kind of messing with you, or maybe you wouldn't get any bonus, or maybe you'd lose some jump points. But nope, your Magikarp literally dies. He just gets eaten. I saw a screen cap, I haven't come across this myself, but I saw a screen cap on Twitter of an event with Electrode, and Electrode explodes, and it literally goes, oh no, everything is going to black. No, Magikarp. It just shows Magikarp fried lying on the ground. God, it's awful. Really funny though. I haven't tried Pokemon Shuffle. I should, but I played Battle Troze on 3DS, and I don't know, they changed it up a lot from the Troze that I know and love on the DS, and it kind of annoyed me. And I was just kind of like, this isn't really the Troze that I wanted. Maybe sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes I do that and I feel like I shouldn't. Like, if I'm that upset, then I should just go back and play the Troze on DS, you know? Change isn't always bad. I just didn't really like the microtransaction stuff that they had, you know? Superderps, thanks for coming. He says, just got home, sorry I didn't come earlier. It's okay. We're just getting into the stream here. No big deal. Stephen Lee, you know, you're reading my mind here. You already know my true intentions. He asks, have you ever played a Xur Striker Gunvolt? You should try it in the Nintendo Switch version. I've been holding out for a Switch version to play them actually, even when they released the Gunvolt collection on 3DS back in September. I was like, I feel like they're gonna bring this to Switch eventually because they just brought it to PC. Though I guess it was NX back in September. Anyway, they finally announced it's coming to Switch in August. They have an enhanced version of the original where it has features from 2. It looks really, really good. For those of you guys who don't know, it's a Mega Man Zero style game from the guys that worked on Mega Man Zero. And if you've played Mega Man Zero, you know it's one of the best Mega Man games around. So in place of an actual proper Mega Man game, the Xur Striker Gunvolt is definitely going to do the trick. Jacob Spencer, thank you for the reminder. He says Battle Troze was like Tetris with all the chaining. And they also had the battle stuff, right? And I don't know, the way that you got, I almost said yokai, the way that you got Pokemon wasn't the same as the original Troze, and I didn't find it as fun. Oh, it's Jumbelina. Gotta feed her. There we go. Come on, please, please. Join us. I like Fish's asks, which Puni event do you like better? Hello Kitty or Lucky Gods? Well, the Hello Kitty event was more Sanrio in general than Hello Kitty. But, specifics aside, I would say the Lucky Gods event. Because all of the Lucky Gods were super, super good. They have some really creative Ultimate moves, a lot of cool content to play through as well, a lot of new gameplay systems put in place. The Sanrio event had a couple of powerful yokai, I guess. I don't really know what to call them. Is Hello Kitty dead? Is she really a yokai? I honestly don't know. But anyway, it had a few powerful yokai, and then the rest of them were kind of like C rank or whatever, or stunners. Meanwhile, the Lucky Gods event had a lot of cool, powerful guys. Plus, the Sanrio event didn't have any new gameplay systems, as far as I can remember. It was just stages. Not that that's a bad thing. It's never a bad thing. It's just a thing, and I prefer new gameplay systems. Like Ohajiki, the marble game. Oh, jeez. Robert says, I think the most impossible thing would be in the Scramble Battle round. If, for the hidden stage, you have to clear the stage with Pandanoko. If they ever did that, people would be so mad. They'd be so mad if NHN did that. For those of you who don't know, Pandanoko costs 880 real-life dollars. Real-life United States dollars you have to pay. 880 of them in order to get Pandanoko in the game. And that's if you pay all at once. It might end up being more if you don't spend your money wisely. Let's see. Okay. I like the Slippery team. I really like Slippery Yokai. Slippery's one of my favorite tribes, so having some semi-usable Slippery Yokai is always nice. Shadow Venoct and Venoct are poppers, and random poppers are always quite good. Not, you know, nothing super crazy fantastic or game-breaking, but they're good enough to use. And Slurpent, of course, is Slurpent, as you've seen. Plus, Venoct Awoken deals a crazy amount of damage. He can't be flooded, but he's fantastic for stages because of his giant single-target stuff. Jacob Spencer says, if you really think about it, Steve Jobs is a dark job. Yeah, Steve Jobs is kind of shady. If you guys have watched the movie and the other anime episodes and played the games, then you know that Steve Jobs actually stole credit for making the Yokai Watch Model 0 from Keizo. That was pretty sad. Like, they left it up to your interpretation after the first movie if you've also played the second game. But then, in episode 78, I think? 78? If I remember correctly, they actually make a remark on it. They talk about how he stole it when he reveals the U prototype or whatever that Keita gets. Tupaderps, congratulations! He says, at school I finally pulled Taigappa. What are your thoughts on him? Use him on Sneeze stage to make a ridiculous amount of Y money. Other than that, he is insanely powerful. He has the highest attack stat in the game, pops almost the entire board, and he's charming, so he gets unity with all the other good charming yokai, like Komajiro S, Komajiro A, Gibanyan S, Gibanyan A. Lots of good charming yokai. Gibanyan Liube, once we get him, Sawakanyan Ranma S. A lot of really good yokai. So, Como Santa, Gibanyan Santa, a lot of good yokai. So, I think he's great. I think he's fantastic. Congratulations on pulling him, because his pull rate is deceptively low. There's a rate up event going on right now, but as far as we can tell, they haven't actually increased the rate. Very, very odd. Voidclops going down pretty easily here. Nothing too difficult. One Turnbull, great to see you. Steven asks, who is the strongest Iri yokai in Puni Puni? My choice is Sesshomaru Awoken from the Shonen Sunday event. He's a good single attacker. Yeah, I mean, you said what I was gonna say right there. Sesshomaru Awoken, the guy from Inuyasha, he was introduced into Puni Puni due to the Shonen Sunday collaboration. Thank you very much for actually calling it the Shonen Sunday collaboration. instead of calling it the anime event. That's a good attention to detail there. He's this super powerful single attacking yokai that's also eerie, so he gets unity with Prison Breaker or Mass Murderer, as you might know him in Wibble Wobble's localization. He's super good. However, he was very difficult to get. You had to fuse Sesshomaru S with all of these crystals that were very rare drops on the various stages around the Shonen Sunday collaboration event. He was really difficult to get, but he was definitely worth it. Stronger than last Bushinyan, if I'm correct. I might not be correct, but he's very good. Yeah, definitely not stronger, because last Bushinyan gets unity with all sorts of guys, not just Prison Breaker. So he gets, you know, Onigumo, and he gets, who else? Peerless. I'm trying to remember their names instead of calling them my silly nicknames that I have for them. He gets Peerless, and he gets, Lazy Unawoken, and a few other guys, too, that aren't that bad. And of course, the usual Brave guys. I was just thinking for score attack. And making money. E-Muncher, I guess. Though you wouldn't really use both of them in score attack. We don't want to do capture right now. I'm not too stressed about getting contribution points. I got Slurpent the first ever Scramble Battle, and I haven't really needed to participate since then. Naruto asks, do you plan on doing any unboxings on your channel? I don't really have a good video camera, so not at the moment. Though, I might do a Snack World unboxing if I end up importing a bunch of stuff, which I might. I'm trying to decide right now, I'm trying to decide between importing a bunch of Snack World stuff or buying a new capture card, and capture card might win. It might take the cake. I want to be able to record at 1080 and in 60 frames per second for ARMS. Because I ran into an issue. A capture card can only record at 60 frames per second if it's recording at 720p, which is unfortunate. I'd like to get that 1080 60 beautiful quality for my streams, because I do want to be competitive with that stuff, with ARMS. I know Abdallah uses the Pro, which is, it's a little more expensive than the actual HD60. And then there's the HD60S. I might go for the S because the S uses USB 3.0 as its interface, and that's just a much better choice than USB 2.0. Even 3.0 is kind of iffy. Moderator Amethyst, thank you very much for the reminder there. She says, 101 Leafy does his Wibble Wobble streams every Monday for the past couple of months. Just a reminder for anybody coming into the stream late, I've seen a lot of people coming in a little after we started, which is no problem, but just want to give a reminder that I am 101 Leafy, not Abdallah. I've been doing these streams for quite a few months, since January in fact, and I will be moving the streams over to my channel. If you enjoy these weekly Wibble Wobble streams, they will not be stopping. Next Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time, the same exact time, we will be having a weekly Wibble Wobble stream. It just won't be at Abdallah's channel. It won't be on this channel that you're watching right now. It'll be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy. You can see that on the left there on the screen, and you can also see a link to it in the description. So if you haven't already, and I know a lot of you guys have, make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can see all of my Wibble Wobble content, including the future weekly Wibble Wobble streams. The Best Finder says, please read. Do you like Tambo and Undi? I love Tambo and Undi. I had a few really cheese strats in Yokai Watch 2 involving Tambo. It was fun, for sure. Because Tambo gets 2 equip slots, and he's also brave, so he gets that unity with some powerful brave yokai. I would do double Katanana souls, I think, on 2 Tambo. And then I'm trying to remember because it was really funny. God, what did I do? Or no, did I actually do like a team of 6 Tambo? That might have been what I did. And the goal was basically to kill your opponent's yokai after they killed you, but deal enough damage and target yokai in such a way that you end up winning with like 1 Tambo left. It worked, kind of. Sometimes. It was really funny. Naruto asks, Leafy, do you have a scheduled weekday for Magikarp Jump? No, I do not. Magikarp Jump was fun. I really enjoyed doing the First Impressions live stream. I know I said that I was considering streaming it a bit more, but for now I really need to focus on working on ARMS content, which will be coming soon. I'm gonna be super competitive in ARMS, gonna have all sorts of crazy competitive guides on the game. So if you want to be really good at it, you want to rank up, want to get to S rank or whatever it's going to be called in ARMS, then make sure to check out my channel, because I'm doing all sorts of calculations and statistics. You're going to know who's the best and why everyone's the best. Why those who are the best, I guess. Everyone can't be the best. So you know who I think they need to add to ARMS? Little Mac. I want to see Little Mac in ARMS. Make it happen. Owen says, Leafy, how is my team? 3 healers, Pandle, and Snartle. It's okay, but there's a weak link in your team. Replace Snartle with a 4th healer, and I think you have yourself a perfect team right there. Gonna make lots of money, and you'll never lose a single stage. Sponsor Crimson asks, Leafy, would you play Puni if they added Tetsuya Awoken and he was the best yokai in the game? I would immediately drop Wibble Wobble and put all of my efforts into grinding Puni to pull Tetsuya Awoken from the crank. That would be awesome. Alicia Gomez asks, Leafy, will you do the Chubby Bunny challenge? I've never heard of this. Is this new? I don't really do like the challenge things, mostly because a lot of them turn out to be extremely dangerous. See the Cinnamon challenge where a bunch of people's lungs collapsed, or a really recent one whose name I can't remember You'll have to educate me on what the bunny challenge is. Jacob Spencer says, Nintendo Overwatch, am I right? Oh god, no, no. Oh god, no. Jacob Manley asks, Abdallah, what's your top 5 favorite yokai? I don't know, Abdallah. What are your top 5 favorite yokai? Because, unfortunately, I am not Abdallah. I am 101 Leafy. You can see a link to my channel in the description. If you enjoy these streams, they will be continuing on my channel. But this will be the last weekly Monday Wibble Wobble stream here. Hey, sponsor, or not sponsor, but super chat. Thank you very much from Oliver Ellman. He says, Leafy, in the Scramble Battle, I came in 9th with 3 crying emoji. Hey, 9th is still really good. I mean, you didn't get Unicure, and so you didn't get Slurpent, but you still got Soul Secrets. You got 3 Scramble Battle coins, so you might roll Unicure from that. And you got Snee, if I remember correctly. And Snee's gonna help you get top 5 in this upcoming Scramble Battle, right here. Whoa, Abdallahbot gave 10 bonus to Oliver for the super chat. I don't really know what bonus is, but that sounds pretty cool. Sponsor Crimson says super chat hype. Yeah, it's very hype. Jackie Robinson asks, is it confusing to use both Venoct and Venoct Awoken? No, not really. Venoct Awoken has a very, very bright shine on his border, so it's pretty easy to get him. Oh, by the way, in advance, does anyone remember how to access the hidden stages for the final cycle of the Scramble Battle? Let me know in the chat. I know moderator Zarivas usually has us covered, but he's not here right now. Moderator Christina says, what? This is the last Wibble Wobble stream. No, it isn't, Christina. It is not the last Wibble Wobble streams. Wibble Wobble streams will be continuing indefinitely. It's just the last Wibble Wobble stream on this channel. We'll be picking up next Monday, same time, same day, same exact kind of stream. It'll just be on a different channel, youtube.com/101leafy. Christina, I know you're a moderator for my channel, so this shouldn't be too heartbreaking for you. Shouldn't be a very large switch. Robert asks, do you think it would be cool if the next Mystery Way event would be after Psychic Spectres, and the bosses would be Glitzy Bones in the first, Hans Galore from the second, and Redonato from the third one, from the last one? Is Redonato, or I guess, oh, it's probably spelled with a T, not a D, right? And the pun is probably Retinato. That's kind of funny. I know it's Typhoon Ome, right? Or is that the Baffleboard one? I'm trying to remember in the Japanese version. Either way, that would be really cool. I would love that. 3 bosses in one event? That would be super cool. Plus, we really need to be able to fight Glitzy Bones by now. That would be awesome. Or an event that lets us befriend Gutsy Bones. That would be nice. Since he is, that would be cool. Aw, man. Sponsor Oliver says, no luck from Scramble Coins. All I got was A ranks. That's unfortunate. B-Gray says, I'm gonna miss all the Where's Abdallah comments on these streams. I don't know if I agree with you on that, P. Gray. But I'm sorry you'll miss them. Christina says, okay, gotcha. It's all good now. Yes, all good. Look at this. We're just playing through the Scramble Battle, not even trying. Haven't even finished the Scramble stages yet, and we're already in the top 1,000. People don't want Scramble Battles, they want full events. Hey, Mr. Arceus says, Leafy, I'm 4th for this Scramble Battle for Red. Well, we're gonna check you out on the leaderboards after this stage then. I really want to see you. What's your in-game name? Triple Double says, where's Abdallah? I don't know, where is he? He actually isn't in the chat. Leafeon Fam says, yay, I made it to the stream. Am I late? A little bit, but you didn't really miss much. We're just playing through Scramble stages. You did miss that the Wibble Wobble streams will be moving over to my channel, though you seem to come pretty often, so you're probably subscribed already. It'll be the same time, same day, just a different channel. The Filthy Goat says, all I get are full secrets out of my Scramble coins, even though I still have Mermother in there. I mean, you can just Soul Secret Mermother, so it's not exactly a huge deal. That's pretty funny though, that she's rarer than Soul Secrets. They really don't want people to get her, I guess. Trev says, yes, real events, I agree. We need real events. Orbles asks, how did you and Abdallah meet? Is he a cool guy? Seems he's letting you promote yourself here. We met because he really liked my work on MountWildwood.net, and our collaboration grew from there. He is a really cool guy, definitely. Great to work with. Zena says, all this time I thought you were Abdallah testing out his voice acting for the past months. Why didn't you tell me you were 101 Leafy? I feel bamboozled. I'm sorry, Zeta. The true reveal has come out. I actually am Abdallah, and I'm actually a pro voice actor, fun fact. If you guys have ever played Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valencia, that's Abdallah as Alm right there. Really good voice acting. Yokai Watch Gamer says, my favorite yokai is Venom. He's one of my favorite too. I love slippery yokai. I think it's just a really cool concept in general. And Venoct, or Orochi, is a really cool concept too. Kinda compounds there. Yokai have two aspects in order for them to be one of my favorites. They need to have a good design, and they need to have a good tribe. If you have a cool design, but you don't have a good tribe, then I don't know how I feel about that. Like, the mecha guys are tough tribe, so I'm kind of iffy on them, but at the same time, making them tough tribe is kind of a cool concept, so I do really like that. Guardian Stalker Strikes asks, Leafy, who is your favorite rare yokai? Well, I'm probably going to be forgetting about one or two of them right now, but my favorite rare yokai off the top of my head, and I'm only counting rare spawns, not like QR codes or exclusive cranks. My favorite rare spawn yokai would be Null. I love Shady Yokai. I think he has a really cool design, and his color scheme is definitely cooler than Blandon's. Zeta says, I knew you were Abdallah. My fanfiction is never wrong. Laith Alkanos, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, asks, what's your channel called? You can see it on the left side of the screen right there. youtube.com/101LEAFY. youtube.com/101Leafy. There's a link to that in the description. Just click show more right below this video. There's a nice link to me on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So you won't miss out on any of the Wibble Wobble streams if you just make sure to click that and subscribe. Bendy Van, sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, asks, I am new to yokai. Where should I start? Well, first, welcome to yokai. Yokai's great. It's kind of small, but it's a lot of great people that are into it, so definitely welcome to the franchise. I think that you should start off by playing Yokai Watch 2 on the 3DS. Either pick up Bony Spirits or Fleshy Souls. You can always transfer your save to the new one coming out in October, so it's no big deal. You can get them actually for $30 on Amazon. They lowered the retail price. Pretty much indefinitely as far as I can tell. So go on Amazon, get them for $10 off a normal 3DS game, and start there. If you don't have a 3DS, then I would suggest watching the anime I know that season 1 is on Netflix for the dub version. I personally prefer the subs, if I'm being honest. It really depends on who you are, though. I wouldn't suggest starting off with Wibble Wobble, though. You'll be pretty lost. You won't really know who any of these yokai are. Everything will be pretty alien to you. Either start with the anime or the games. Yokai Watch Gamer asks, can we be friends, Leafy? Of course we can. Every Saturday on my channel, I like to play video games with my subscribers, usually Nintendo Switch games. So come on by, friend me on Switch, and play some Mario Kart with me this Saturday. It'll be fun. Dean Gibson says, you're good at this game, just like Abdallah. I am pretty good. I'm top 50 on score attack because that's all I care to be. I could get a pretty high score, but I'd need to put in a lot of cash, and that's just not a good idea. Abdallah hasn't actually played since October, though. I think he stopped after the movie event, if I'm correct. The Haunted Boomerang says, I have a non-max crank, and it was thrown off completely with the new yokai. My best yokai is Venoch, Shadow Venoch, Shogunyan, Demuncher, and Zero, with them at level 40 Soul Limit 2. Should I grind? Yes, you definitely need to grind. This new crank is super lame. I'm not a huge fan of it. They really messed up a lot of the players because they basically erased their progress. Super frustrating. They didn't completely erase their progress, so people that have been playing for a while still have a big edge. It's just, they made it really difficult to regain that edge is the frustrating part. You definitely need to grind up so that you can get your crank back to where it used to be, and I still need to grind up as well. I'm kind of crossing my fingers and holding off and saying, well, maybe they'll revert the crank eventually, but we have no idea. Death Madness asks, Leafy, do you have any anime suggestions? Fully Cooley, spelled FLCL, made by Gainax at the turn of the millennia. It's a really just beautiful anime. It has an incredible soundtrack, beautiful art that, it's beautiful, and it's super artistic, I guess. I guess I'm making it sound like some sort of hipster indie game, but it has a lot of symbolism, really heavy symbolism in it. It's an allegory for like multiple things at the same time. I'm trying to not spoil any part of the show. If I tried to describe the plot, it would spoil a lot of it, but it's about robots and alien robots. if that hooks you. It's really crazy and fun and action-packed, but it's also incredibly beautiful. It's not the kind of beauty that you would expect from a typical action anime. Very heavy character development. It has that same sort of nostalgic kid feeling as Attack of the Friday Monsters from Level 5, if you've ever played that game. Guardian Stalker Strikes asks, I forgot, why do you live stream on Wibble Wobble on Abdallah's channel and not your own? Well, I'm going to start streaming on my own channel instead next week, so make sure to come on by for that. I streamed because he offered me the opportunity to, I guess. Better way to phrase that. He's like, hey, you want to stream? And I was like, well, I've never tried streaming a game before, but that sounds pretty fun. I'm not really the kind of person to say no to something that sounds really fun. So, I started streaming, and I really enjoyed it. Really love all of you guys that come to the stream, so that's why I stream Wibble Wobble every week now. I will be moving over to my channel just because I want to focus more on my own channel now, now that I've given it a chance to grow. But this is not the end. This is not the end. We'll be back next week, same time, same day, just on a different channel. Same game though, Wibble Wobble. Maybe Puni too, if you guys are really up for that. We might start streaming Puni. I gotta decide. I'll think it over. What up, Nolan asks, what about the Switch contest? What about it? I don't really know what you're talking about. Is this like a Switch giveaway that Abdallah is doing? Because I am not Abdallah. Sorry. Venoct! Get us the extra money there. So, do you guys know, How to get these hidden stages? I kind of forgot. 5-star coin, awesome. Oh man, Eric asks, hey Leafy, have you ever seen Kimi no Na wa? Of course I have. It is my favorite movie of all time. It actually took over Back to the Future as my favorite movie back when I watched it first in August. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. I've seen it both in Japanese and in English. It's incredible. I can't say anything without spoiling it. Just watch it, guys. Kimi no Na wa, also known as Your Name. I've also seen Garden of Words and 5 centimeters per second, but both by the same director, Makoto Shinkai. Really good movie. I was happy asks, will you do anything else on Abdallah's channel? It's in the cards. Not for a while, but keep an eye out if you enjoy this. So let's see here. How do we actually access these hidden stages? Let's do some cranks. 5-star coin, definitely not a bad reward here. Swelterior! He's maxed out now, right? No. We have one more crank until Swelterior is finally maxed out. Nice. Then Swelterior actually becomes better than Komoshira if I max out my Komajiro S. Or I guess not, because now I have Blazion Awoken maxed out. It all depends. Okay. Youngcat Dominator says, Leafy, to get hidden stage for Sheen, you have to beat level 12, I think, in less than 75 seconds. Alright, we'll do that then. Let's do one Y Money crank, then buy a bunch of fish to get Sheen. Bakunyan! Yay! Bakunyan's really good. He's the only transformer in the game. Makes all the Wibwobs on the board into his own. Lucas Leaf says, I found Jumbelina 7 times and got her once, and yes, I counted. You were pretty lucky. Getting her in only 7 tries is definitely super lucky there. Unturnbull asks, Leafy, do you think that they'll get rid of the scramble battles? They won't get rid of them, but they'll stop doing them for a while after June. June will be the last one in these cycles. Fish, seafood. Sponsor Crimson says, hot dog! Yes, we got the hot dog. Alright, let's get some fresh urchins too. That should cover us for now. Joseph Best asks, what is your channel's name? It's right there on the left of the layout. It's 101 LEAFY, 101 Leafy. Hang on, stage 12? Yeah, here we go. There's a link to it in the description. It's just youtube.com/101 LEAFY. I'm also on Twitter, and I will be moving these streams to my channel. It's the same day, it's the same time, Mondays at 4 PM Central. Nothing crazy is gonna happen to them. Just relocating a bit. I hope to see all of you there next week, because I really do love you guys. Thorn on the Beast asks, Leafy, who would win a meme battle? Pando, Toad, or Magikarp? Who's Toad? Oh, you mean like from Mario? I think Panda would win that pretty easy. Magikarp at least evolves into somebody that got like a Mega Evolution. Pando evolves into Undi. He's the most useless out of everyone. Pokemon Master Omar asks, Leafy, have you played Puyo Tetris? A viewer of mine actually gifted it to me last week. I've loaded it up, I've played the demo a lot. I'm not particularly good at it yet, but I'll be playing it with my viewers on stream at some point. I need to get good at it first. And right now I'm focusing on ARMS. Maybe late June. Dean Gibson asks, Leafy, are you playing this on a tablet or a computer? Computer, with an Android virtual machine. Let's see, what? Did we not complete that? Did I go too slow? I might have. Or, I don't know, was it that the requirement for last week? Ha ha! Ha! Christina says Candle is the Magikarp of Yokai Watch, but Candle doesn't even evolve into anyone super cool. If Pandal evolved into like Bushinyan or something, then maybe. But as of now, Pandal is just the meme of Yokai Watch. Florentine says, "You're my favorite YouTuber." Thank you, Florentine. I appreciate the support. Steven asks, "What would you rather have, Pandanoko or Tatsuya?" If you have to ask that, then I don't know how well you know me. I would rather have the E-rank single target stunner Tatsuya, because he's cool. Form over function, that's what I say. Trev says, nope. Trev, you're violating the team rating rules. Well, actually, this is the first team rating that's being asked for today, so I guess you're not violating them. Oh, clear stage 12 3 times, alright. He says, "Rate my team, Camellia, Jubinon S, Shogunyan, Demuncher, and Betterfly. The rules for asking for your team to be rated are no healers, no organizers. Yeah, that's basically it. No ball hoppers. Healers are awful. Take off Betterfly immediately. Do not use him. Use any other attacker that you have. Anyone else. Undi. Naruto asks, "Have you done any Pokemon Shiny Huts?" No, never. Actually, I might have. I can't remember. But I don't ever remember being successful, that's for sure. I've gotten a few shinies in my many years of playing Pokemon, though. Brody says, "I'm really close to getting Slurpent in Yokai Watch 2 Fleshy Souls." He only needs a couple more exclusive yokai from the Crank-a-kai. Slurpent's good in Yokai Watch 2. He gets Guard Break, which is nice, though it's called Tongue Twister. And Maul is definitely not a bad attack, plus his base attack is really high. He's not awful. Slippery Unity was nerfed really hard in Yokai Watch 2 though, for a good reason. It was broken in Yokai Watch 1. Igray asks, "I wonder if Panda would be a meme if he wasn't first in the medallion." You know, that certainly contributes to it. You open up the medallion, you're so excited, you're primed, you're ready, you see Brave listed as the first tribe in the medallion, you say, "I know that whoever this is promising. We need a new team." And it's just Panda, with his skill being that it's easier for him to take more damage. So let's go, we need Blazion, for sure, Demuncher, and Chimera. That's the classic team. Alright. And then we rush Slurpent and just try and kill Sheen as soon as possible. You really need to be far in the game in order to complete these stages, by the way. Like, if you guys haven't played in a while, then I don't mean to discourage you, but you might be out of luck for getting Sheen and Snee. These yokai are specifically created by NHN to be extremely difficult challenges. Snee even attacks you every 3 seconds. So even I, who was not stopped playing this game since it came out, though I don't necessarily play it every day, I just haven't taken any big breaks like a lot of players have in the last few months. I'm having a bit of difficulty with Sheen. Definitely not as much on my actual phone, but certainly here on my computer. So if you're coming back after, maybe like January or something, then I would honestly... Stuns! No! I clicked Venoct! Then I'd honestly try and train up before wasting your money on this stage. Charles Happy, thank you very, very much for coming. He says, sorry, I have to go to sleep for school. It's 11 p.m. here. Sorry I didn't make it to the last subscriber Saturday, but I'll be there this Saturday. By the way, love these streams and see you next Monday. Thanks for coming, Charles Happy. Will this work? Heal me! Can Blazion save us? No! He deals 650 damage, that's ridiculous. Owen asks Leafy, can you use Snartle please? Not on this stage. This stage is too difficult for Snartle. By the way, do you guys know how to unlock a Sneeze stage? I forgot. Alright, let's restart that. I was looking at the chat. Superdurfs asks, did you do the Sneeze stage yet? No, I can't remember how to unlock it. Leafy, do you have Tengu? No, I do not. He is too rare. They made him, like, literally mere fractions of a percent of being pulled. Alright, good. We got Venoct woken up. If we could get Blazion, that would be nice before we have to use our Venoct here. Not really gonna happen though. In fact, they really messed up the popping there, so we might not even clear the stage, despite getting Venoct. That stun's pretty long though. Venoct is definitely worth soul secreting up if you have him. Venoct awoken, not Venoct, sorry. Venoct awoken. Death Madness asks, Leafy, in Fire Emblem Echoes, what class should Atlas be? I have no idea, honestly. I haven't gotten that far in Echoes. B Reaper asks, Leafy, what are your favorite yokai? Tetsuya, Hantetsu, Kirakoma, Hinoshin, and Hinoshin Awoken by extension, Everfor. What else? Alright, let's continue here. Just cause. Alright. We'll definitely get it now, we just need our Blazion up. Blazion, D-Launcher, Chimera. Yeah, we're alright now. Plus, we got this Slurpent all on the side there. D. Gibson says, this yokai battle is too hard. No, it's just hard enough. We needed some challenging stages. Only reason why I'm having difficulty right now is because it's on my computer. Thank you! It says, Leafy, beat stage 23 5 times for... Joseph Bass asks, do you watch Danganronpa? No, I would not recommend watching the anime for the first game, if that's what you're asking. I love the first game and the second game, and yes, I was one of dozens of people to enjoy another episode, in fact. Loved it, actually. I thought it was a really cool game, with wicked music. Like, that music was some of the best in the entire franchise. I haven't seen all of Danganronpa 3, though, the actual animation. I saw, I think the first 10 episodes, like 5 in each category. Like, Hope and Despair, or whatever they were. And that's about it. Now the Beast asks, why did I just get an ad? That must have been Abdallah clicking run ad. I I don't click run ads during my streams. In fact, I can't during these streams on Abdallah's because he's the one running the show. Oh wow! Adel says, "Hi Leafy, I created a new account, and with my first 3,000 Y Money crank, I got Sweltarier. Congratulations! You're quickly on the road to doing super well in the game, getting a lot of money. Homoshira helps you grind, very, very well." Fever time! So, Glaceon, Chimera, and Demon Cherry. Maybe Slurpent can get us a Venoct Awoken just fast enough. Ooh, that was close. I'm gonna slip in there with the super effective Octosnake. Maverick Hunter Spider asks, Leafy, do you think Tengu is good? Please tell me, I need to know. Well, congratulations, Maverick Hunter. Tengu is extremely good. He has a ton of attack, he's mysterious, so he has good unity with Komoshira and Chimera and Kingmera, and he's a center popper, which is, in my opinion, the best kind of popper. Guardian Stalker Strikes asks, if you play Animal Crossing New Leaf, what's your town name? I played it for like over 300 hours, so yeah, definitely played it. My town name's kind of generic though, I just named it Hyrule. I should probably make it something cooler next time. I might name it like, I don't know, something cool. I'll make it obscure and niche reference, something edgy, you know? We gotta beat this stage 5 times, huh? Sponsored Crimson asks, Leafy, have you ever been to Mexico? If you haven't, would you consider doing it? I've never been outside the country, actually. I'm always up for new experiences, but I don't know if going to Mexico is in the cards anytime soon. It sounds fun, though. I know you enjoy it, right? So, might have to visit at some point. I'm down for anything. Dala says Mexico is awesome, can't wait to go back. Well, there you have it, there's your answer. Never even knew if Dala went to Mexico. Pretty cool. Yahir asks, why are you playing Wibble Wobble on your computer? It's easier to stream. It makes the game a lot harder to play, but it's easier to stream with. Samuel Rodriguez says, you should do a series on Animal Crossing, Leafy. I might, when Animal Crossing Mobile comes out, or Animal Crossing Switch. I'll do subscriber Saturdays with it, and we'll all play it together. That'll be really fun. Like, I could host at my town, or yeah, that would probably work the best. I was thinking we could visit other viewers' towns, but that might not work well. People would sabotage the stream. So I'd probably host it, and then we could all play together. That'd be fun. Daw says, hey everyone, birthday was fun. That's right, it was a Daw's birthday recently. Unicorn Wizard asks, Leafy, what do you think of my Soultimate level 5 Gilgaros? I think that you could spend soul secrets on better yokai, but Gargaros isn't like a huge loss of soul secrets. If you really like him, then I guess it's worth it. He's the most powerful center popper in the game, aside from Tengu. And center poppers are really strong, as I've said. You can control who they pop. They tend to deal a lot more damage than ball poppers. It's alright. Puff doesn't have a lot of good unity, is the main issue. I mean, the best tough attack upper is Van Mappen and Lava Lord. That's really nothing too fantastic right there. C rank and B rank with the same exact attack up. Robogun U, once he comes around, is really good. Or sorry, you have Gargaros now, don't we? You have Gargaros. So you've got Gargaros, Arcanos is alright. Gilgaros is good. Robogun U, or Ultimate Robogun, once he comes out, is really good. Who else is great? Not a lot of tough ones, honestly. Uber Geeko, Total Dude Awoken, sort of. Borderless. So yeah, there are some decent-ish tough ones. Gargoyles isn't that bad. If you have Total Dude Awoken and you have Uber Deco, then it was a good investment, I guess. If you're having trouble clearing stages. He's not great for making money, and he's not great for score attack, so, it's alright. Mr. Bakels asks, Leafy, do you play New Leaf? I used to. I played around 300 hours of it, so definitely played it. I don't play it anymore, though. It's tough to get back into it once you stop. Watch Gamer asks, can I talk to you, please? We're talking right now. Feel free to ask me anything in the chat. I always try my hardest to respond. Gomasoni says, Salut, je suis français. Hey, how's it going? Unfortunately, my French isn't exactly perfect, but I did understand that. He said, hi, I'm French. I would have a very difficult time actually carrying a conversation. Maverick Hunter says, Leafy, this is an amazing live video. Keep up the good work, Leafy. Thank you very much, Maverick Hunter. I appreciate it. Moderator Christina is back. Thank you for coming. Jacob Spencer says, Leafy, I really hope for that Animal Crossing mobile game. My prediction is that they'll reveal Animal Crossing Mobile alongside Animal Crossing Switch at E3. Or at least alongside each other at some event, like a Nintendo Direct. Because when they were talking about the mobile game, they said to investors that they want it to coordinate with console releases. And it's pretty obvious that they've been working on a new Animal Crossing for consoles since, like, I want to say 4 years ago, when they did the Amiibo Plaza, not Amiibo Plaza, but Animal Crossing Miiverse Plaza for Wii U. And they had all those HD models for all of the animals. I mean, come on, they didn't make all of those just for Amiibo Plaza, or Amiibo Festival. They've had an HD Animal Crossing in the works for a while. Especially because the Animal Crossing track on Mario Kart 8, and by extension Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, has such a distinctive aesthetic, and it's quite different and quite evolved from the New Leaf aesthetic, but it's also a natural progression. It's not something that they could just kind of pull out of thin air for Mario Kart 8. This is something that they've been working on for a while and translated into Mario Kart 8. Now, I guess the point is made kind of moot by Mute City, which does translate the F-Zero aesthetic pretty well. But they've done stuff like that for Smash Bros. I mean, they also could have taken inspiration from Redout, Fast Remix. No, Jacob Spencer was not a fan of Amiibo Festival. Honestly, I never even played it. I bought it because I love Digby. Digby's like my favorite character in New Leaf. He's just great, and I needed the Digby Amiibo. That was. I will shamelessly say that was my main reason for buying it. Uh-oh, this is not going well. Knee is quite powerful, and he attacks every 3 seconds. It's alright though, we made some good money on Boy Clops. Let's see. Right. Fever Time, and then we'll get D-Muncher up, get Blazion up. Make some good money here. Igray says, I didn't pay any money for Amiibo Festival, and I felt ripped off. Did you get the Amiibos, though? If you got the Amiibo, then it was worth it. I have all of the Animal Crossing Amiibo, actually. Like, every single one of them. All 13, 14. I love Animal Crossing. Abdallah says, huh? Amiibo Festival? I don't even know how we got on this topic, Abdallah. Hey, we got another mini Soul Secrets. What Soul Secrets do we even have in our inventory right now? I literally forgot to participate in Score Attack last week, because so little was going on in Wibble Wobble. Four Soul Secrets and 6 minis, so 5 Soul Secrets in total. I'm trying to decide who to spend them on. I'm saving them up right now. Alright, let's go for Snee again. Sponsor Crimson says, Leafy, what is your favorite Dream Metal design? That's a tough one. Probably, I really like Everforce. Doll says, dude, I found out if you charge Min-Min's left arm, the dragon that comes out is a permanent charge until you get hit. Yes! I was talking about that while we were, before the stream, actually. It keeps Min-Min's left arm charged, not necessarily until you get hit by something powerful. So if you get grabbed, then it goes away. Or if you get hit by a charge shot, then it goes away. But if you get hit by, like, a weak, uncharged arm, like a single retorture hit, then it's not gonna get uncharged. It's really powerful. Well, it depends. It's like, yeah. I haven't really played the test punch, so I don't know how much I can talk about arms right now. But, it's good. I like it. Watch Gamer asks, how do you start your YouTube channel? Well, you already have a Google Plus account, so you just click the upload button there in the upper right hand corner of YouTube, and you start making videos. Unless that's not what you're asking, you'll have to be more specific if you want more advice than that. I make all of my own assets myself, if that's what you're wondering. Photoshop and Illustrator, both Adobe software. I use Premiere Pro for editing videos, open broadcast software, nice and free, which I like for streaming. I know XSplit is pretty good too. I know Abdallah likes XSplit. I like XSplit too, it just doesn't pick up Nox, the virtual machine that I use for Wibble Wobble. Eric says, Abdallah, you sound funny. I wonder why. Do I really? Abdallah asks, are we gonna get this yokai or what? I sure hope so. He's an A rank, and he's on a hidden stage, so he's not exactly easy to recruit. But I wouldn't mind getting him, that's for sure. Abdallah asks, how many attempts on Snee? Too many, that's for sure. Too many. Ah, jeez. No! Wibble Wobble stopped after I fed him the fish. Ugh. Could have had the courtesy to crash before I fed him the fish. That would be nice. Jacob Spencer says, seriously, I think ARMS was made to satisfy Overwatch fans. I don't understand the thinking behind that. I am certainly not an Overwatch fan, that's for sure, and ARMS is definitely satisfying me, so that right there kind of disputes that a bit. You'll have to explain more on your theory about that. Abdallah says, wow, that's pretty bad. Yeah, the tuna costs 1,000 Y money, so we just lost 1,000 Y money right there. Guardian Stalker Strikes asks, Leafy, have you gone against Gleam yet? Gleam is only in Puni Puni, so no, I haven't. He was in the anniversary event back in October. I would love if they added the anniversary event for Wibble Wobble. There is very little reason why they couldn't. If you're going off of the various rules that they've used for Wibble Wobble events in the past. I would really like to see it. Hey, it's Pika TV! Like Abdallah said, long time no see. Thank you for coming to the streams. Great to see all the familiar faces. So, alright. Lazion, Slurpent, Slurpent, Slurpent. Please give us Venoct. No, not enough Venoct, that's for sure. So we'll go, Chimera. Second Chimera. Oh, man, that was not enough. Alright. Thankfully, Wibble Wobble didn't crash this time. We'll continue. Feed him tuna after we continue, just in case the game crashed. And Demuncher to finish him off. Lucky asks, Leafy, how do you get the hidden stages? We actually did this during the stream, so rewind if you need to see a demonstration. It's not that complicated though. You clear stage 23 5 times and stage 12 3 times, if I remember correctly. Jacob Spencer asks, what other game do you know that happens to have diverse characters? Literally any other fighting game? That's kind of the entire point of fighting games, to have a diverse cast of characters. Also, Team Fortress, which Overwatch heavily drew upon. Basically any MOBA, including Dota, Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends, Dawngate, rest in peace. A lot of different games. Fighting games, mainly. I mean, ARMS is a fighting game. Abdallah asks, isn't it more cost-effective to use sea urchins instead of the choice tuna? Technically, yeah, but it's not more price-effective. Or sorry, it's not more time-effective, is the thing. Like, the choice tuna definitely makes a difference. Oh, speaking of which, I should donate to the shrine. That's kind of important. Might want to do that. Let's go donate now. Aaron says, hello Leafy, love the live streams, keep up the amazing work. Thank you very much, Aaron. I appreciate the support. For anybody that's coming to the streams late, this will be the last weekly Wibwob stream on this channel, on Abdallah's channel, but the weekly Wibwob streams on Mondays at 4 PM Central Time, the time that you guys know and love, are not coming to a stop anytime soon. They will just be on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/101leafy. You can see that on the left side of the screen there, and there's also a link to that in the description, so make sure to visit my channel and subscribe if you want to keep coming to the Wibwob streams. Now that we've donated there, let's head back to the Springdale map, and hopefully get Sheen. We've been trying Snee for a few times, which means that his rate of befriending is going down, so we're going to rotate on over to Sheen. Mr. Binkles asks, Leafy, can you see the chat? Yes, I do my best to respond to everybody, but unfortunately it is not physically possible for me to do so, sorry if I miss your comment. Yokai Watch Gamer asks, how do you get so good at Wibwob, Leafy? I play a lot. I've been playing since the game came out. Never really took any sort of break from it. Dean Gibson says, we've wasted so many coins in battle. Yeah, that's kind of the downside to playing on computer with a mouse. Alright, we got Slurpent charged up. Venoct, hopefully. No, it's not gonna happen. No, we won't make it into fever time, but we will with a continue, so no big deal. Ha! I don't want to pop the big Chimera, because that way we get more money, since we can do 2 Chimeras ultimates here. Okay, we charge that one up. Blazion. Chimera, pop him, do another one. Ooh, that's awful. I hate when that happens. Superderp says, I thought I got Snee, but I got Curry instead. Yeah, when the game freezes, it just hangs for a little bit, and then you get the bling, like a yokai drop, and it actually turns out to be a food. That's the worst. Gaming with Daniel asks, Leafy, will you be streaming things like this on your channel? Yes. Starting next Monday, same exact time, same exact day, like these weekly Wibwob streams I've been doing on Abdallah's channel, we will continue doing the Wibwob streams. There's not going to be any break, no, not like a week break or anything, just back next Monday, more Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble stream. Same thing, just a different channel. So I hope to see you all there, because I love talking to you guys in the chat. Yokai Watch Gamer asks, do you play Roblox, Leafy? I have never played Roblox, no. I know a lot of people here ask me about it in the chat, so I've considered looking into it, but there are too many games for me to play right now. Like, I'm way too busy already. Maybe way down the line, when I don't have much to play. Maverick Hunter Spider asks, Sleepy, how do you beat Sproink? I've been trying to beat him, but I keep losing. Well, how do I beat him? Also, Leafy, amazing live video. Keep trying to get this yokai, I believe in you. Thank you very much, Maverick Hunter. If you're talking about Sproink and Wibwob, then you need to pop the balls that he creates on the board. They're like the hard crystal ones with his belly button on it. You need to keep tapping them, and eventually, after like 20 or so taps, they'll crack. And if you crack a bunch of them, like 3 or 4 within a very small time frame, then he'll cover his face and open up his stomach. So then you tap his stomach, and then you use your attacking ultimates, and then you can damage him and kill him. Kind of complicated. Zeta asks, Leafy, since this will be on your channel, does that mean the Discord stream chat will be used, or no? Yeah, so I do have a Discord, a 101 Leafy Discord, and we have a channel there for stream chats if you guys prefer that instead of YouTube. So we will be using that on my live streams. YouTube does a lot of cool stuff with streaming lately, actually. I kind of appreciate the changes they're making. They're making it easier to get into it, whereas Twitch mainly favors people that are already in with Twitch. Spongecast asks, why does your game look so weird? I don't know. Does it look weird? It's in a really high resolution, if that's what you're asking. Because it's on a computer. Pika Pro asks, who does more damage, level 50 Shogunyan or level 50 D-Muncher? D-Muncher, by far. D-Muncher is incredibly strong. D-Muncher actually does the most damage out of any yokai in the game in a single ultimate right now. So definitely D-Muncher. Oh, almost got a third Chimera. Poké Trainer Buizel says, hello! Hello Buizel, how's it going? Unfortunately... Still haven't gotten Sheen. Alright, let's switch over to Snee. Maybe he'll want to be our friend now. Guardian Stalker Strike says, I still don't know how to hold a live stream. Download Open Broadcast software, or OBS. It's nice and free. It's pretty easy to set up. There's a lot of tutorials online. That's what I suggest using. And start by streaming a game on computer, since computer games are the easiest to stream. You don't need any sort of outside equipment or anything. Just the free OBS. XSplit also has a free trial if you don't like OBS for some reason. But XSplit doesn't always capture the windows that you're using. Ooh, nice! We actually managed to get into Fever there. Can we get a Blazion real quick? Yes, we can. Okay, good. Blazion, Chimera, D-Muncher. Maybe, just maybe, we'll defeat Snee without even needing to continue. Blazing Dragon asks, Leafy, what's your favorite level 5 game that's not a Yokai Watch game? That's an incredibly difficult question, but my definitive answer is Dragon Quest IX. Technically a collaboration with Square Enix, but level 5 did have a heavy hand in it, and Dragon Quest 8. So, Dragon Quest IX, for sure. One of my favorite games on the DS overall, in fact. I played that game to death. Other than that, Ni no Kuni was really, really good. Inazuma 11, I love the anime. Attack of the Friday Monsters. I like Professor Layton a lot, though I wouldn't call it my favorite from level 5. I need to play Dark Cloud. Really need to play Dark Cloud. Guardian Stalker Strike says, come on Leafy, please at least do one crank. We did do one crank, earlier in the stream. You gotta scroll back to see it. Owen asks, Leafy, do you think Inazuma 11 will come to the Switch? Oh, definitely. After Ares, level 5 will be moving to Switch, probably, for the Inazuma 11 series. I'll be streaming Ares, by the way, on my channel, if you're interested in Inazuma 11. It's the new game from the Yokai Watch guys. Of course, I'll also be doing Snack World stuff. I'm super excited about that. Everybody's excited about it, though. Mr. Binkles asks, Sleepy, do you have Facebook? No, not a fan of Facebook. Definitely not. The only social media that I use is YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, which you can see in the sidebar and in the description. I think 3 websites is enough. And then I guess I use Reddit and Discord, if that counts. That's all I'm on, though. Mr. Binkles asks, Leafy, what color 3DSs do you have? My original one is the navy blue. My 3DS XL is the blue Pokemon XY edition. And then my new 3DS that I just recently got is the lime green Super Mario World edition. Or like the Yoshi color, basically. I wasn't too sold on it. Then Bill Trinan kept tweeting about how great the color was, and he got me to rethink it. Like, I first saw it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of gross. But every week, Bill Trinan was like, guys, I can't get over how good this color is. And I kind of took a second closer look at it, and I was like, hey, this actually is a really nice color. So then I ordered it off of Amazon back in January, and it's a really pretty color. You kind of need to see it in person to understand how great it is. It looks a little gross online, but I like it, the lime green. Sponsor Crimson, ooh, tricky question. Leafy, what is your favorite yokai that has only released in Puni that is not Tetsuya or Hinoshin or any kind of Enma or Kirokoma or Les Fushinyan? Oh, Sponsor Crimson. You're really pushing it there. That's a tough question. Probably one of the 7 lucky gods for sure. Benzaiten, maybe. He's probably my favorite lucky god. Or, the dragon guy whose name I can never remember. Though, I don't think they've added him to Puni yet. Now that I think about it. They've only added the 7 lucky gods. And I don't think he was a god. Like, he was in the announcement with them, but as far as I remember, he's not actually one, which is why I always accidentally group him with them. I like, the shady one. The shady one's really good. But I can't remember his name. The old guy. He's really cool. Brr. Alright, we're kind of pushing the boundaries here by using Octosnake. But I get into fever time really fast. Alright. Fever time, now what is the question? Oh. Couldn't go fast enough. Alright. And then I think we can get Venocta woken up before we have to use all our ultimates. That'll ensure he goes down. Moderator Fluffy Hamster, thank you for coming. He says, I'm going to bed now. Oh, I thought we were gonna get him. Oh man, we are never gonna get Sheen, are we? Knack asks, who wants to start a petition for Pandal Awoken? In Japan, they let people vote on which Awoken yokai they wanted to get. Come on, Wibble Wobble, let us vote for Pandal Awoken. Let the people say what they want. Give the people what they want. Because we know that the people want Pandal Awoken. Alright, rank 575, just from playing through the event. Pretty nice. We have Sheen, and then Snee down here. Here we go. Thornyon asks, what's OBS, Leafy? I only know of the best recording software, Unregistered Hypercam 2. So, for those of you wondering, the two software that I use to stream Wibble Wobble are Unregistered Hypercam 2 and Notepad. Also essential is early 2000s rock music playing in the background that's much, much heavier than the game audio. If you don't have that, then you're probably really bad at YouTube, just like objectively. Goma Santa says, Pandal Awoken, Pandal Awoken. Yeah, everyone wants him. It would be funny. Now, I'm not saying it's actually a good idea to put him in, but if everyone votes for him, then it would be. Because that would show that most Wibble Wobble players actually do want him. And I mean, think about it. Even for the people that aren't really in on the joke, who wouldn't die from laughter just seeing that they put in Pandal Awoken into the game? Who asked if I play Smash? I'm trying to find their name. Oh man, I lost it. Well, someone asked if I play Smash. Yes, I do. I've played all of them, and my main is Villager. Faultmanor asks, Hey Leafy, is there any yokai you want to see show up in the anime? Yeah, lots of them. I don't think they made an episode with Macho Nyan yet, have they? That would be really cool. A lot of legend yokai. I don't think they put Slurpent in. I want to see all the boss yokai. Very few of them have appeared, with none of them actually having real battles. I want to see all the other Kaima executives. That would be awesome. Like Akai, my favorite, or Unkeen.
Outstanding.
Robert the Gamer says, it would be cool for a Hovering Yan Awoken, Buchin Yan Awoken, and Shogun Yan Awoken. Well, you'll be happy to know that Hovering Yan gets an S rank form in Puni and Yokai Watch 3, and Shogun Yan Awoken is happening soon. P-Gray knows what's up. She says, YouTube content creator starter kit, unregistered Hypercam 2, Windows Movie Maker, and Linkin Park music. You need all three, or else your whole entire plan falls apart. Your video just isn't quality. You can't upload to YouTube. Yay! Maverick Hunter says, good news, Leafy, I beat Sproing. Glad I could help you. Alright, let's charge up Chimera here. See, it's nice because you actually make a decent amount of money just from playing the stage. Oh, but not enough here, I guess. Jeez. Homo Santa says that if you remember from Abdallah's Light Venox stream, while he was waiting at the train of one of the stations in the yokai world, Abdallah stood next to Pandal and says that he doesn't like Pandal. What? Abdallah doesn't like Pandal. Bring the Beast asks, how come you can't do a Club Penguin rewritten stream? Because I don't really want to, I'm sorry. I'm not exactly a Club Penguin fan, and I have way too many games to play. A Club Penguin rewritten stream is certainly not gonna come soon. If there was a very high, very vocal demand for me to do a Club Penguin rewritten stream, I would consider it. But you're actually the only person to ask me to do it. Naruto asks, is Hovering on S good? No, he's not. He's just a center popper. I mean, he's okay-ish, but he's nothing to get excited about. Yokai Watch Gamer asks, Leafy, how many videos have you made so far? Go to my channel and see. I honestly don't have a count for that, sorry. I'm gonna release a ton of videos on ARMS soon, like so many, too many. So, be on the lookout for that. Because my video count is gonna double, if not triple this month. Or more. I'm gonna make so many videos on ARMS, dude. So many. Golden Foxy asks, why do only 3 Gemyon have S-rank forms? Because Rubinyon S costs 3,500 United States dollars in order to buy. So, I feel like there's not enough people have even reached that point to justify the development effort in creating an S-rank form for the other guys. Leafy, what's your favorite yokai? Or sorry, legendary yokai. Kirakoma, for sure. But if Yokai Watch 3 yokai don't count, then probably Komashura or Slurpent, or Shogunyan or Professor. Honestly, I love so many of them. All the legend designs are really cool. Here we go, G-Muncher, okay. Did I forget to feed him? Naruto says, can't forget about Bandicam and the watermark. Can't make videos without that. I mean, technically you could use Bandicam, but you know, we all know, really. We all know, all the educated YouTubers know that the real, true YouTubers that are professionals use unregistered Hypercam too. Christina says, wait, what? $3,000? That's insane. No. $3,500. That's even more insane. And guess what he does? He's a random popper that's less powerful than Jibanyan S, if I remember correctly. Going on the Beast says, Club Penguin is better than Persona 5. Really? Club Penguin is actually better than Persona 5. Then maybe that's the true last surprise. Getting together Slurpent here. Golden Foxy says, it's impossible to spend 3,000 real money. You'd be surprised. Check out, God, I can never remember his name, even though I love talking about him, because his channel is so funny. It's like, it begins with a Z, and he's this mobile game YouTuber, and he'll literally just stream himself, or not stream, but pre-record himself, dropping hundreds of dollars on various mobile games. And I'm trying to remember his name now. It's like Zax or something? I can never remember. It's very, very short, and it has a Z in it. But I talk about him occasionally, because he makes the craziest videos, where he just drops like $500 into Fire Emblem Heroes, trying to roll for Hector or something. Christina asks, do people in Japan actually have him? Who would spend that much on an app game? I mean, there are professional Wibble Wobble players, or rather Puni players, in Japan, like Satochin. I mean, Satochin's free to play, as far as I know. But there are people out there that have the money to spend on Wibble Wobble because people donate. Like, you'll be streaming, and people will donate like $10, $20, and they'll be like, buy this. I mean, if you look at the Hearthstone YouTubers, for example, they'll donate money to buy packs. So I wouldn't be surprised if Puni YouTubers get money from streams and stuff. Now, keep in mind, I'm not telling you to donate to me so I can buy money in Wibble Wobble, because I personally believe that Wibble Wobble money is a very, very bad value, and I would never spend real life money on it. You get very, very little for your money. I don't recommend buying it. I'm just saying, I'm just putting out my theory. That did not go well. Evercounter Spider asks, Leafy, why don't you use Shogunyan? He has very great attack. He'd be good for your team. I don't use Shogunyan because he does not actually have very great attack. He has decent-ish attack. He only has 625. Also, he's a random popper, and random poppers don't deal as much damage as direct attackers, like D-Muncher, Chimera, and Vennock Awoken, the 3 yokai that we're using right now. D-Muncher deals far more damage than Shogunyan does, and gets the same brave unity with Blazion Awoken. Chimera, despite his lack of unity, still does deal more damage than Shogunyan. And Vennock Awoken deals more damage than Shogunyan as well, while stunning Sheen, which is huge, because Vennock can actually save our lives very often. Hopefully that was a nice, detailed answer to that, since I know because they're better, wouldn't exactly help out much. Sponsor Crimson asks, Leafy, is it a good idea to get Gem on S and use them live like you did with the Slurpent on Ceiling? I wouldn't really call that a good idea, but it certainly is an idea that might get you viewers. I wouldn't really call that a good idea. Definitely not. Yokai Watch Gamer asks, Leafy, where did you first learn of Yokai Watch from? Go Nintendo, my favorite Nintendo news site. RMC, the guy that runs it, has actually turned around and posted a lot of my Yokai Watch coverage that I put on my website, mountwildwood.net, which I found really cool. I found that really cool. He's a very cool guy, the guy that runs Go Nintendo, so check it out if you're interested in Nintendo news. Naruto asks, do you know of any other way of getting the Splatoon 2 bundle box other than the My Nintendo store? Because I can't get it off there. I don't know what the Splatoon 2 bundle box is, and as far as I know, the My Nintendo store only sells digital things. You're gonna need to be more specific, sorry. If you're talking about the literal cardboard box that Nintendo of Japan is selling, that's only in Japan. Speaking of which, have you guys seen the Pro Controller for Splatoon 2? I'm gonna sell my old Pro Controller and buy the new Splatoon 2 one. I'll import it from Europe, because I don't think America is getting it. It's super cool. It has like these embossed branding logos from all the different clothing brands from Splatoon. And then the left grip is neon pink, and the right grip is neon green. Like the ink colors that Splatoon 2 is branding itself with. Lucky asks, Leafy, do you have any info on the next Wibble Wobble event? If I did, I would have shared it on my website, mountwildwood.net by now. Whenever I have info, I share it on there, I share it with the subreddit, but unfortunately, I do not. Alright, let's feed him a sea urchin here. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't use Blazion Awoken there. That's an issue. For sure. So, Blazion and Chimera. Grrr. Yokai Watch Gamer says, you're the first YouTuber I ever talked to, Leafy. Well, I hope you're having fun chatting with me on the stream today. I always love seeing you guys in the chat. Just a reminder that if you do want to keep coming to these weekly Wibble Wobble streams, you gotta switch over to my channel, youtube.com/101leafy. You can see that in the sidebar right there, to the left under Jeepanyan. There's a link to my channel in the description, as well as my Twitter and Twitch, so make sure to visit that, subscribe to me on YouTube, and of course follow me on Twitter for updates, just so that you won't miss next week's Wibble Wobble stream. I want to see all of you guys there, because I love talking with each and every one of you. Christina says, it does look really cool. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I bet it looks really cool because it feels like you're responding to me. Dornon asks, Leafy, when will the second issue of the Yokai Watch comic come out? Sometime in June. The release has been very inconsistent. Surprising for IDW, but not surprising for a Yokai Watch thing in America. I can't really say a release date, unfortunately, because of that. Your best bet is to ask Eric Escobar, the writer of the comic on Twitter. He's very, very involved. He's really excited about it. It's awesome to see such enthusiasm. And I'm sure that he might have some info, hopefully. Guardian Stalker Strike says, we'll miss the streams you do on this channel. How come? I'll be doing the same exact streams, just on a different channel. There's nothing for you to miss. Just come on by to my channel, youtube.com/101leafy, and stick around for the streams, because I do love seeing them. Nothing to miss at all. Robert, thank you so much. He says, Leafy, I subbed to you. I hope to see you at next week's stream, then. Quentin Floyd says, I always like to chat with you, man. I do too, Quentin. Thank you very much. Blaze. Alright, let's feed him, because I think I forgot to. Almost Santa asks, when will issue 8 of the Yokai Watch manga come out? Normally it's a 3-month separation, but since Usapion is in there, I guess we have to wait till season 3 of the anime. Evidently not, because Hasbro showed Usapion dubbed off at the New York Toy Fair in February. I have no idea. I haven't been able to get any info about that at all. I have no idea why they did that. Can someone tell me what day Leafy streams so I can show up? It's the same exact day, same exact time. Mondays at 4 PM Central. Today, you came to this stream at this time. It'll be the same exact time on my channel. So nothing's changing, except the channel that the streams are being hosted on. Robert asks Leafy, why are you excited for Psychic Spectres? Because it has so many cool new features. It has a ton of new yokai, a ton of new bosses, new areas, lots of things that make training your yokai competitively a lot easier and quicker. Mainly the hot springs. It's really exciting. Just great ways to make money, and it's going to change up the meta a lot. It'll be so much fun. So I'll be covering it super heavily on my channel. Be the most competitive coverage around. B-Gray says Hasbro are an enigma. Hasbro is, Hasbro's Hasbro, man. Here's what I'll say. Hasbro certainly isn't Bandai. Make of that what you will. Crimson says, Sponsor Crimson says, Leafy, what is your favorite food in Yokai Watch? I really like how Yokai Watch makes you want to try new things like ramen. I do too. My favorite food in Yokai Watch is probably gonna be, Oden. Just because, when Yokai Watch 2 came out, someone made a post on the subreddit asking what Oden is, instead of just googling Oden. And I found that really funny for some reason. I just found that really funny. So that's probably why Oden's my favorite. But outside of that, I think Soba had a really inventive way of, being obtained. You don't just buy it at a shop, you gotta hunt down the guy on his bike. I thought that was really funny. The ice cream looks really tasty, especially in Yokai Watch 3. Bam. Evercunner asks, hey Leafy, will Master Nyada be in Wibble Wobble? Eventually. They'll put him in at some point. They have to. Alright, Yokai Watch Gamer says, I love talking to you, Leafy. I love talking to you too, Yokai Watch Gamer. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss next week's stream, so we can chat some more. And of course, this Saturday, we'll all be playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on stream together. So if you enjoy playing Mario Kart 8, then stop on by and show me your skills. My skills exceed yours. I don't know how many of you know what that's from, though. Going on the Beast, asking the hard-hitting questions here. He asks, what game do you prefer, Mario Galaxy 1 or Mario Galaxy 2? I know this is a really controversial opinion, but Mario Galaxy 2. I think it's just a more refined game. It has more features. It was prettier. It had a better soundtrack. I thought it had a lot more fun stage elements. I really loved how they used Yoshi. I loved how you could play as Luigi, and he changed up the gameplay. There's so much to love. Okay, sure, it didn't have the observatory, but the observatory was, like, barely a factor in the game. I love both, though. I mean, they're both phenomenal games. Some of the best 3D platformers ever created. Oh. Death Madness asks Leafy, when will they give us the whole medallion of Yokai? Never. Yokai will be released faster than Puni can release them. It's too much to actually completely catch up. I mean, they might manage to, but I do not think it'll happen anytime soon. Uh-oh, come on, come on. Slurpent, save us! Nice. And... no befriend! I was hoping we could conclude with at least befriending Snee. Unfortunately, we did not. So we're gonna do, one crank here. Sponsor Crimson says, come on Snee, you know you want to be Leafy's friend. Hey, it's Sponsor Coma Cameron. Haven't seen you in the chat today. Leafy, just wondering, why are you going after Snee and Sheen? Because they're event exclusive. They're exclusive to this, Wibble Wobble event here. And they're cool. And a fly, nothing special. Golden Toad asks, Leafy, can you rate my team? Muncher, Komoshura, Shogunyan, Blazion Awoken, and Chimera. That was a fantastic team. Beautiful, wonderful, incredible for making money. Or not making money, but clearing stages. You'll need some score uppers if you want to make more money. Jacob Spencer says, sweet rice cakes. Man, that freaked me out in Yokai Watch 2. I hate how they changed it though. Now it's not as creepy. They patched it in like the language patch they released in January. Made me cry. T-Dizzle asks, Leafy, do you remember me? Of course I do. Thank you very much for coming again, C. Great to see you. Lucas Leaf said, what if they made Pandu Awoken the prize for spending $100,000? I'd spend $100,000, Lucas. Not even gonna lie. I'd take out a loan. Come on, give us Tagappa. No, Mega X-Borb. I think that's a pretty fitting end to a Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble stream. That is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you very much to everyone who came. I always appreciate seeing every last one of you. Love talking to you guys in the stream chat. And I hope to see you guys at the Wibble Wobble stream next week. Just a reminder, for those of you that love coming to this weekly Wibble Wobble stream, the weekly Wibble Wobble streams will not stop. We'll be back next Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Same exact day, same exact time. However, the stream will not be on this channel. It will not be on the Abdallah Smash channel. It will be on my channel, the channel of the person hosting this. I'm not Abdallah. I am 101 Leafy 101 Leafy. I'm on YouTube, and that is where I will be holding the streams. And I'll also be streaming it on Twitch. It's youtube.com/101leafy, same with Twitch. There are links to those in the description of the video, so make sure to stop on by, subscribe, so you don't miss all of the future Wibble Wobble streams, because that's where they're going to be. I'm also on Twitter if you want to get updates from me, see my daily thoughts, or chat with me. Here, I will type my channel URL into the chat right there, youtube.com/101leafy. Make sure to stop on by, subscribe, and I hope to see all of you next week. Thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you next Monday.